Chapter 20. Musina. When I regained consciousness following the Limpopo incident, I found myself lying on what turned out to be a hospital bed, and Isa's friend Beans was gazing over me. I sat up on the bed and tried to recollect my thoughts. When I asked him where I was, he said Musina Hospital in South Africa. He then went on to explain that the soldiers airlifted me to the hospital and it panicked me. I asked him if they knew that the crocodile attacked me, and he placed his finger over my mouth, telling me not to panic and lower my voice. I got worried that if they discovered the crocodile attacked me, they would suspect that I was a border jumper. Border jumpers from Zim in those parts of South Africa was treated like subhumans. I didn't expect Beans to know that the crocodile attacked me either, but his response left my mind muddled up. He said the soldiers didn't tell the nurses and doctors that the crocodile attacked me, but I had told him earlier. I didn't remember telling him about it, as I had just woken up, but he stood his ground and said I had told him earlier before I went back to sleep. The hospital staff told him I was still suffering from sedation effects of pain-killing medication they were giving me. But he didn't know about the hyena standoff because I hadn't told him, and he appeared slightly worried. He thought that I was either confused or making it up. On the other hand, I was surprised that I was selective on what I told him during my drowsy state. But I didn't remember being awake since the standoff with the hyena. There are many things you might not remember, Dolly. You have been unconscious for a while. Your brain is in shock, and the sedating tablets are helping to keep your brain less active for your recovery to be successful. You need to relax and take it easy. The brain has a natural way of surviving the trauma. Don't rush it. The nurses told me, he said. He described how the soldiers rescued me from the Limpopo riverbanks. An anonymous call was made to the South African police that a Zimbabwean border jumper had died on the South African soil near the old Beitbridge Bridge. The police had alerted the soldiers who patrolled the area to search for the body. They searched the area and found me unconscious and tied to a tree. In my jacket pocket, they found my British asylum passport, which made them to disregard the border jumper claim and treat me as a tourist and a victim of South Africa's notorious wildlife, and took me to the hospital. The soldiers passed the information to the police, who used my passport to contact the British embassy, who got hold of Ice's details and contacted him. In turn, Ice asked him to make sure I was safe and supported. Since he was in Johannesburg on his personal business, he drove to Musina to offer me support. He kept repeating that I was lucky, but I told him that the British passport saved my life. My left leg was covered in blood-stained bandages and didn't look good. I was therefore not surprised when he kept saying I was lucky. When a nurse came into my room and checked what she called vital signs, she spoke to me like she had spoken and seen me before. She checked my pulse, blood pressure, breaths, and temperature. She went on to redress my wounds, and I found it difficult to look at them. The leg looked like it was rescued from the stomach of a crocodile. As Bean saw it, he cried out, "Oh my good Lord!" and looked away. I feared that it might never heal properly. When she asked what happened on the fateful day, I told her, I can't remember. Not only to that question, but to all other questions related to my injuries. She then told me that I would be seen by a psychiatrist to assess my mental state. She didn't tell me why, and I didn't ask her. When the psychiatrist saw me a few days later, I stuck to my I can't remember mode like a scratched record. Were you alone when you were attacked? I can't remember. Did anyone help you? I can't remember. Whoever tied you to the tree is a genius. He or she might have saved your life. Most animals don't attack people who stand up to them, he said when I limped out of his office on crutches, murmuring under my breath. I saved my own life, sir.